Hello and welcome everybody. This is your commentator and welcome to be back here for another Wi-Fi battle. This battle is going to be against my friend Jack, who was in the last Wi-Fi upload that I had. And this was also at our last Pokemon gathering that me and my friends have every Saturday. And I wanted to show you this because I still haven't gotten that one battle with that one team that I want to show you guys that I've been trying to work with on Wi-Fi for a while. But this is what I wanted to show you is it's one of our stupid events that we like to run when we get together on Saturdays. And this event was make a team of Coastal Kalos decks Pokemon only, but the catch is there was no level training and no EV training. So yeah, that was the thing. And it's also a rotation battle. So before the battle gets started, let me get into the teams. And you can't see the team preview that well because of the quality. That's not the main part of the video. The team I had was Starmie, Carbink, Lapras, Pinsir, Tauros, and Absol. My opponent's team had Mawile, Sock, Absol, Clawitzer, and a couple others that I don't remember off the top of my head. But anyways, start this battle. I go right into my Lapras because I have the Roar and I want to get Mawile off of my screen first turn. So I rotate into him as he goes straight for the Iron Head, predicting me to stay in with my Carbink. So I go for the Roar and roar him out into his Clawitzer. And now I predict him to go for an Aura Sphere. So I switch out or anything else that's not a Water Pulse. I predict him to predict me to stay in. Yeah, because I have Water Absorb on my Lapras. So I go right into a Mega Absol and I go straight for the Night Slash. And it does about half, since if it was EV trained, it would have done a lot more. But then he just goes straight for the Water Pulse. Then he predicts me to go for another Night Slash and goes right into his Absol, which is a good prediction on his part, as he has the X's instead of the Play Rough. But it works out in this instance, as he takes out my Mega Absol. Now I'm going to bring in Pinsir, but not wanting to take anything from him, I go right into Carbink, since I'm physically defensive. And my Carbink is the Crobink set. Calm Mind, Dazzling Gleam instead of Moonblast. Like I said, this event we could not EV train, so I had to give him Dazzling Gleam over Moonblast, and it's Rest Talk. So I eat up that Stone Edge, and I get up a Calm Mind. Now he goes for a Fire Blast, and I know I resist that, so I tank that hit. And I get off the rest, so I can get back to full health. So now Carbink's asleep. And while we get through this turn of sleep, I'm going to let you know that this was a 2 out of 3 battle. So the next battle will be uploaded either tomorrow or the next day. But anyways, back to the battle as he goes back into his Mawile. As I misclick, I hit Dazzling Gleam instead of Sleep Talk. I was like, ugh. But I just rotate into Pinsir and go for the close combat. I would have used Mega Pinsir, but I didn't end up reading Quick Attack on this Pinsir. And he goes for an Iron Head, which almost takes me out. If that, like I said, if it was EV trained, if we could EV train our Pokemon, he would have taken me right out with that Iron Head. But since it's not, and I live, I'm able to take out the incoming Clawitzer with my close combat, and then I get a Moxie boost. Since this is an Adamant Moxie Choice Banded Pinsir. Now Sigilyph comes in and I go right into Carbink, knowing I can take some hits because I have a Calm Mind up. Then he goes for a Side Shot, which is even better because it hits me on my physical defensive side. And then I go for the Calm Mind and I get the Dazzling Gleam. Let's see how much damage I can do to this Sigilyph. It does a little under half, but it's a good amount of damage for not being EV trained. Carbink does lots of work in this particular battle. Now I go into Pinsir, as he predicts me to do that and goes into Mawile. No, that's what I did. I remember that now. I predicted him So I want to save his Siglith and go into Mawile to take my Dazzling Gleam. So I went out into Pinsir because I know I'm faster, and I went for the close combat, and I knock him out. And now he brings in his Heliolisk. I don't want any other of my 2 Pokemon on the field to take a hit from this Heliolisk, so I let my Pinsir die off to a Thunderbolt. Because I have Tauros waiting in the wings, and I'm Scarf Tauros, so I know I can outspeed this Heliolisk, and I go into it right now. Like I said I was gonna, since I am Scarfed, I can take out this Heliolisk with an Earthquake. But I'm predicting to save his Heliolisk, predicting me to go for the Earthquakes. I go into Carving, but he has the Focus Blast, which also it's just good because it saves my Tauros as well. So I didn't know if he was Scarfed anyways, so that's why I swapped out also. I rotated, into Carving. Then I got with Dazzling Gleam, just some nice damage to this Heliolisk. Heliolisk tries to go for that Grass Knot, but I set too many Calm Minds up that it doesn't do anything to me. So I go for another Calm Mind, knowing I can live that. So I'm like, I think I'm at +3, maybe plus. I think I'm at +3 now with Carving. After that Calm Mind, he swaps over into his Sock to go for the Earthquake. I didn't expect the Earthquake. It almost takes me out, but not enough. So I go for the Dazzling Gleam, take him out, but he has the 30. And he has the Weakness Policy. I was like, ooh, that's a nice set right there. Sturdy Sock with Weakness Policy. But, like I said, he doesn't expect me to have Scarf Tauros. So I rotate into Tauros, and I'm going to go straight for the Earthquake as he rotates into his Heliolisk. And then that's going to be a dead Heliolisk, like 10 times over. Dead. And now he's going to bring in his Absol. So I rotate into my Lapras, knowing that it's time to fodder off Lapras, even though I am especially defensive. Now my Lapras is gone, and I bring in my last Pokemon, which is Starmie. Then I rotate into Carving to take the Dark Pulse. And I was going to go for the rest, but I flinch. Really? I flinch. But that's okay, because now I go back into my Starmie, as he goes into Sock, and I go predicting that into Sock, and I go for the Psyshock. And now Sock is dead. Now the game rotated him into Siglith, which is good for me because I can go take for a Hydro Pump and take out the Sock. I mean, not Sock, I mean Siglith. I already took out Sock the last turn, duh. Derp. Now his last Pokemon that he has is his Absol. I go for the Hydro Pump, thinking I can take him out from there, but I miss, and he gets off a Dark Pulse. But I lived, I was like, yes! And then I was like, since I lived, I thought I could go for a Recover to live the next Dark Pulse. But, as you see, he goes for the Dark Pulse, and it's going to take me out. What I should have done, to make this game go a lot quicker, was rotate into Carbink to take the Dark Pulse and go straight for a rest. But he then goes, the game rotates me into Carbink, and he goes for a Stone Edge, since I thought he was going to go for the Dark Pulse. But now I just go right into my last Pokemon, which is Tauros, and I go straight for a Scarf Earthquake. This first one's not going to take him out, but I know he can't kill me with anything he has. I'm going to be able to take him out with a Earthquake the next turn. So that's GG on game 1 of this 2 out of 3 in this stupid little event that we had. But thank y'all for watching. I'll see you next time for game 2 of this Coastal Kalos Dex rotation battle. Peace! And good night, everybody.